You know what homosexuality is?
Yes. Homosexuality is when two people of the same sex or gender are attracted to each other.
And you know what the Bible is?
Of course. Of course.
Well, there are some, not all, but there are some Bibles out there that are against homosexuality.
Hmm. Yeah, I've heard things like AIDS and home wrecking and yeah, stuff like that.
Some of those arguments, well, yes, definitely include people assuming homosexuality people carry diseases like AIDS.
Hmm.
Some say cancer.
Really? Okay. Okay. No, that's a new one. I really just it's really just been at least primarily stereotyped to AIDS and HIV from what I know, but cancer is a new one. Cancer is a new one for me. I didn't realize that that was a claim too.
That's what I heard from somebody from somewhere. Um, and then there's even a there's for many years people have often claimed that homosexuality people cause disasters like earthquakes. That just
Oh,
plain makes no sense, right?
right. Yeah, I didn't realize someone had that much power in them. To even the earthquakes.
Yeah, I think this one person started an earthquake just for being homosexual, just for liking the same gender.
That is awesome. That is awesomely stupid. Oh God.
See, arguments that support this type of stuff, though, would be, God's, in the Bible, would be God's rule for free will.
Okay, so
Just
just
for
just
being,
to just to clarify, this is an argument for like in favor of homosexuality or for the bad kind of thing.
for like, if you are ashamed of who you are, God's given us free will. Like, us being who we choose to be. But yet at the same time, it's kind of weird because what if yourself is homosexuality? Makes no sense. But yet, you know, the rule free will would tell us to be ourselves. Like it's a cross. It's like
Yeah,
it
no,
says it's
I
wrong, kind of. No, it says it's right, kind of, and it says it's wrong. Like
I agree. I feel like if the Lord gave us free will to choose and think and feel how we want to do these things, however we want to do these things, and whenever we want to do them, um, I mean, you can't really argue that homosexuality is wrong. I mean, sure, the Bible says one thing, but
and another piggyback off of this would be many people agree with their religion, and
yeah,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I remember hearing somewhere about parents almost disowning their. No, there are some religions that are, of course, against it, right? Before I get to that, there are some religions who are against it. And I remember hearing somewhere about how how there were two Indian parents who almost disowned their son for being gay because it's against their religion. They didn't care if they were his son or not. They didn't want a gay child.
yeah, that is. I think that also ties into an example of I believe it is cultural relativism, where how things are permissible in one religion or one culture. Wow, yeah, because in our culture it's fine. At least for the most part of this. You always gonna have that one homophobe, but in our religion it's fine. But I know that in countries like in I guess in Indian culture too, but in countries like Iraq, this is something punishable by death.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can see kind of I guess arguments against homosexuality being like gays carry diseases, and I guess apparently they're causing cancer and natural disasters as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess an argument for I would say like I mean you got free will. So
Mm-hmm.
if the
You
Lord,
got free. If the Lord gives you the will to be you and yourself is homosexuality, then some would agree that
That's what you're
there's
gonna
nothing wrong with it,
be. Yeah, there's nothing.
regardless,
That's what you're gonna be.
regardless of the Bible being against it. Though, see, that's see.
Yeah, if I
See,
feel
now
like
I'm
if the Lord wanted us to live robotically in a sense to the Bible and just follow that those teachings, that code, and all of that, as if and today especially would be weird because we're living from that was written 2,000 plus years ago.